Want to improve your push-ups, but feel like all of your push-up training just isn't adding up? Do you feel like no matter what you try, your push-ups end up looking like you're just doing the worm? Or like you're just getting better at doing modified push-ups? If you're struggling to achieve that first full push-up and build up to double-digit reps, this video is for you. In this video, I'll go over 5 things no one tells you about improving your push-ups so you can start busting out those picture-perfect reps from your toes. Hey guys, it's Corey from Redefining Strength, where we help you build functional strength at every age. Push-ups are an amazing bodyweight exercise, but one that often doesn't get the credit for being the challenging move that it truly is. Just because you can do a push-up doesn't mean you're actually replicating this movement with picture-perfect form or doing it correctly using the correct muscles. Sometimes you have to regress to progress. That's why in this video, I want to go over 5 things no one tells you about improving your push-ups so you can adjust your training routines to actually see results. And in the final tip, I'm going to go over why you may find all of your modified push-up work never feels like it's actually helping you progress, but just only helping you get stronger at doing more modified push-ups. It all starts with your hands. Do you have annoying wrist pain or elbow pain during push-ups? Feel like you're okay on the lower down, but for the life of you, you just can't seem to maintain proper form during the press back up? Focus more on your hands and the tension down into the ground. Creating tension from the ground up in your push-ups will lead to better muscle activation and engagement, creating a stronger press. When you set up for a push-up, don't just put your hands outside your chest. Think about spreading your fingers and pushing your hands down into the ground. Create that pressure and tension through all of your fingers. You may notice when you do this, you even want to rock out on your hands. This rock out could actually be what's leading to the overload of your wrists and elbows. So focus more on pressing your thumb down into the ground. Then as you press down, pretend to pull the ground apart slightly like you're ripping a piece of paper. This pull apart will really help you feel your chest muscles engage. Keep this tension through the entire push-up, focusing even more on pushing the ground away as you press back up. That push into the ground as you're transitioning from the lower down to push back up can really help you create that tension through your entire body. The next tip is to stick with incline push-ups. There will definitely be times we simply don't have an appropriate incline to use, so we turn to knee push-ups. However, the more we can use the incline, the better. The incline's key because it allows us to learn to engage everything the same way we need to if we want to do a push-up from our toes off the ground. It allows us to train creating tension through our lower leg and quads by driving back through our heels. Because the push-up is basically a moving plank. If you only ever train that knee push-up position, you'll never learn this full engagement, which could be holding you back. It's why you can feel like you're getting a lot stronger, but you're not really ever able to do that full push-up from your toes. Simply put, that knee push-up may be holding you back. And using an incline allows you to create a clear progression you can track. Over time, you can slowly lower the incline inch by inch. Using a Smith machine or a rack is a great way to create an incline you can incrementally lower over time. And if you have an incline that's just a little too low, you can even start by slowing down the eccentric and then resetting at the top to make it work. And then remember, you're stronger in that eccentric phase of the push-up. To learn to do a more challenging variation of a move, we need to actually do the harder movement. Now you may sort of be scratching your head, how do I do the harder movement if I can't do the harder movement? The answer is using an incline. But it's not just using an incline. It's actually focusing on that eccentric portion of the movement. We're stronger in the eccentric phase of the push-up or the lowering down portion. By slowing down the eccentric portion of the push-up, we can help ourselves build strength and muscle and spend more time under tension. And by even doing an eccentric only movement, we can help ourselves start to train a more challenging variation than we're truly fully yet able to control. So if you're feeling stuck at the incline you're at currently, try a lower incline performing only the eccentric or lowering down portion of the push-up. Really slow down and control that full lower down. When your chest touches the incline, you can drop to your knees or push back up or even simply step a foot up and reset at the top. But that time under tension, just even lowering down in a push-up, using that more challenging variation can really help you bust through any stick points that you're finding you're hitting. It can really be that key to move to that next level. Another often neglected area when we're trying to improve our push-ups is our back. Yes, the push-up is a press and targets our chest, shoulders, and triceps while working our entire core. But for a more powerful press, whether or not it's push-ups or bench press, we need to have proper scapular control and be able to effectively engage our backs to support our shoulders. A lack of scapular mobility and control, as well as back strength, can lead to neck, shoulder, and upper back aches and pains. It can also lead to even elbow pains as we compensate in the movement. The more pressing you include in your routine, the more you'll want to balance out your workouts with pulling exercises to also increase your back strength. And not only that, on days you do work on push-ups, you want to include scapular mobility and stability work in your warm-ups, as well as back activation. This helps you make sure you're able to properly retract your shoulder blades or draw them together towards your spine as you lower down in that push-up, and then protract them or pull them apart and away from your spine as you press back up. It's key we establish that mind-body connection and really prep muscles to work before we go into those compound movements. For 2 amazing moves to help you strengthen your back and improve your scapular control, check out the video I linked to in the video description. And last but not least, stop doing more reps of a modified variation. Adding reps shows we're progressing and building strength. However, adding reps to each round of a more modified variation of the push-up may be holding you back from progressing. It may actually only be making you stronger at that more modified variation. Instead of adding another rep or trying to do more reps each set, consider designing your push-up work to have even 1 to 2 reps per round while creating volume through performing more rounds. So if you want to complete 10 reps of push-ups in total, instead of doing 2 rounds of 5 reps of push-ups off an incline, think about even doing singles off a lower incline than you'd be able to use for 5. You can even do a more advanced variation where you can perform an eccentric only push-up if you're really trying to progress and break through that stick point. We need to push the progression of the movement if we want to advance it. We can't just do more reps of an easier variation. So think fewer reps and more rounds of a more advanced variation, even if you have to modify the push-up as you go. One bonus tip is to include your push-up work at the start of your workouts. When there's a move or lift you really want to improve, it's always best to include targeted work for it when you're freshest. This makes it easier to focus on what you feel working and make sure you're doing the movement properly. You can include the push-up work at the start of your workout on more than one day. Focus on including more rounds of lower rep push-up work while doing the most challenging variation you can. You can even mix in slow eccentric push-ups to help you advance. And for some amazing accessory moves to improve your push-ups and specifically work on your scapular control, check out my Can't Do Push-Ups. Try these 2 tips next. If you like the video, make sure to like it, comment below if you have any questions, and subscribe. We're posting new videos each week.